All right, we're back today. We're gonna we have an open discussion today about Supergirl that is premiering this Thursday. Again, here we have the LA premiere, and we're gonna have it in the background as we discuss, as we ask questions in regards to the new movie. Now, this is an open discussion. We want comments below. We want to keep building the community, and yeah, Supergirl is one of those movies that there's people that are thinking it's going to be a huge hit. There's people that are not thinking that. So again, let's get into the questions. We are joined by DC, frequent guest of the show, and then of course we have Alfred, frequent guest of the show. And let's get into it. And of course we have here James Gunn. We have Superman. We have what's her name again? Nicholas Holt.
Lois Lane there.
Yeah, we got Lois Lane
Holt,
there.
who plays Lex Luthor, of course, and Rachel Brosnahan, who plays Lois Lane. David Cornsweet, obviously, is Superman.
David Cornsweet. Okay. All right. So this is my first question for the both of you and for the panel. And we might be joined by Tony. We're not sure yet. He just got out of Toy Story 5 and he did like it. All right. So my first question to the both of you: this movie has and that's David Zaslav right there.
Yeah, that's David Zaslav.
Yeah, that's the Superman team right there.
Yeah, he's poor.
No, he's definitely not poor, and he is going to make a ton of money when Warner Brothers joins Paramount. All right. Besides that, guys, do you think this movie has a $175 million budget? Do you think that this movie will be successful at the box office? Now, before we answer that question, some people get the production budget and they multiply times 3. Some people multiply times 2. If you ask Ben Affleck, it's times 5 or times 4. But do you guys think it'll be successful at the box office? Let's put the number 600 million. Does this movie make 600 million? Yes or no? DC.
Okay, I was gonna say, who do you want to go first? I don't think it clears 600. Superman had a hard time clearing 600, and he's obviously an A-list character. And it was the start of the universe, and I don't think this movie, being a B-list character and female-led features, have never really shown to be huge hits at the box office. And to be completely honest with you, I just personally don't think it'll break 600. Now, will the movie be successful? You can define success in a lot of different ways. Financially, I've told you this before, Danny. There's other ways they can bring in money, right? Whether it's through VOD, whether it's through action figures, whether it's through a lot of different things. They can obviously profit off of this IP. But in terms of the box office, I just feel like Toy Story is still going to be in its second weekend. All right, that's a juggernaut in itself. And then you got Minions coming out the weekend right after. I mean, you're talking about 2 family kids movies that families are going to be flocking to the movie theater. Supergirl has a lot of things going against it. And if I'm being a DC guy, this is what I do. I breathe DC. You know that I've been very vocal about that. I'm very passionate about DC, and there was nobody who was more happy for this new DC Studios to start than me. So 600 is going to be a tough number. This movie has to do, like you said, to use your words, the Dark Knight type of word of mouth for it to be a box office quote unquote hit. But we'll see. I mean, anything can happen, obviously. So we'll see. That I don't think it's going to break 600, my personal opinion.
Okay, I agree that it has a lot working against it. Yes, there's going to be, and I'll give my opinion now. Alfred, from what you saw in the trailer, do you think that this movie has a chance, at least, of being, financially profitable, or do you think it's going to be a close call? What do you think?
I think it'll be close. I think it's gonna be close. I like Snyder's work. I mean, it's not his, but it's backed by him. He has his fingerprints all over it. It could be close. Look, man, it's like you say. Like, if you go watch the movie and you go tell your buddies, like, "Hey, that's a good movie. Go watch it." They're gonna go watch it, right? So if people who are on the fence, like there's people like DC, like me, we'll probably go watch this movie regardless of what coming into it, what we expect. We'll just watch it just to watch it, and then if we have good feedback, other friends, other people will get involved, and they'll say, okay, I'll give it a shot, and they'll watch it maybe second or third week. But for it to be successful, the main thing is that it can't completely flop. That's the main thing. It just can't completely suck.
Yeah.
Because if it completely sucks, then you put in jeopardy the storyline that they're trying to build with the future movies. Because now execs are going to get involved and they're going to be like, hey, well, why are we losing money? And people are going to start losing their jobs. And then that's when you get worried. Right now, you have a solid opening week, a good follow-up week, kind of get through it. Maybe not 600 is not your number. Maybe 400 is your number. I don't know. It depends really what they want to get to. I'm looking at the trailer, looking at the action scene. It looks like, good hand-to-hand combat, that you're going to have that realistic but also comic book vibe to it, that Snyder delivers so well on when it comes to his action sequence, which I love. I mean, Lobo
Real
looks
quick,
good.
Alfie, real quick. Snyder has nothing to do with these. It's
He has nothing to do with these?
James Gunn, I think is who you're referring to, right?
I'm
James
sorry.
Gunn. Yes.
James Gunn, yes, that's who I'm referring to.
Yes. James Gunn.
So he has one of the better action scenes that you'll see in these
he does
comic
action
type
really
movies.
good. Mhm.
No, and from a comic book standpoint, that's really hard to get, right? When you're dealing with when you're dealing that thin line of realism and fantasy and superpowers and stuff, it's very hard to get that and carry it over to the screen and have it like be something that you would want to watch. It's really easy to do on paper. It's really easy to do with animation. It's really easy to do with drawings. But when it comes to actually filming it and making it look good, making it look real, it's one of the harder things to do. I love what I saw from the trailers. I think it looks good enough. Hopefully it carries out. I don't know. Again, 600 million is a lot. I mean, that's a pretty high number. Like you said, Superman barely went over that. I think they went to 650, right? Something like that.
618.
Yeah, I think maybe 400 is a realistic number for them. I think 400 something is probably a good number for them to be at.
All right. Okay, so we got Alfie, Alfred, and we have DC in there. Now, I want to dispel things because again, people know my taste. People who watch the show, we have 30 subscribers, but we had 300 and something in our last channel. So again, we're definitely not, we're not Entertainment Weekly. Let's just say that. But at the same time, I want to dispel a few things. I want this movie to be successful. I am excited for the movie. I think it looks fun. It looks like they're really going to take a big swing. The action scenes with the introduction of Lobo and so forth. I do think the movie, I will echo Alfred's sentiment in the fact that it's not. I don't think 600 is a realistic number for this movie. Now, people have been thirsty for a good comic book movie. It's going to have some tough competition. We still got Toy Story 5 in theaters. We got Spider-Man Brand New Day, which, again, we're going to make a video and we're going to have an open discussion with Spider-Man Brand New Day versus Avengers Doomsday. Who's going to win the box office? I think that's a real competition. Another thing, too, is that, the whole female-led thing, I'm not as, worried about that, I would say, in 2026, but it is a little bit of a concern how audiences are going to react to that. And overall, I think that the movie, if you want my honest prediction, I think the movie is not going to be financially profitable. I could be wrong. But yeah, it's just got a lot of competition and a lot of a big uphill battle. Look, we got some scenes right here. I think if Lobo steals the show, it has a chance to be profitable. So again, with that said, let's move on to the next question. Okay, the next question. Oh, it's a pack premiere. Will this be a top 10 DC film of all time? Now, take into consideration, you got The Dark Knight, you got Man of Steel in there. I'm looking up a few more. You got help me out, DC. We got what else?
Man of Steel,
The Batman 1989. Going throwback there. Batman Returns. That's 4.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many.
Even Wonder Woman. I enjoyed Wonder Woman.
Even I mean, you could start comparing
First
it to
one.
movies like in the DCEU before DCU, which was the distinction between the Zack Snyder movies, the kind of universe that he began. It's gonna be tough to crack a top 10. I mean, even movies like Batman Begins. I mean, we didn't mention that. The Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. Listen, whether you consider that a DC movie or not, it's a DC movie. It's the Joker. Obviously the trilogy from The Dark Knight. You got Wonder Woman Part 1, which I think was a great movie, also female led, and that movie I think made $750 million. So you're talking about Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, who was loved as Wonder Woman from the previous movies. She obviously made her DC start in BVS, Batman vs Superman, and from there will it crack a top 5? Listen, I'm not saying it can't, but based off what I've seen so far, I'll just say maybe. I'm gonna say maybe it can crack a top 10 DC movie if it's kind of sticks the landing. I'm very big on that. You could have a good 3/4 of a movie if you don't stick your landing, and I'm very big on this. If you end it well, where you're saying, all right, yeah, I could see a sequel to this, or I want to see this again in the theater, or I can't wait for the next one, then yeah, I think it has a chance to maybe even be number 10 favorite DC movie. So we'll see. I mean, that's all. At the end of the day, it's all subjective, right? All film is subjective. You can say, you might walk out of the theater and somebody might say, this is my favorite DC movie, better than The Dark Knight. Who knows? All those things are obviously possible.
Better than The Dark Knight is not possible.
I'm saying for somebody who is who grew up with Supergirl posters in their room, and who grew up reading.
He ain't
Supergirl.
walking out there saying better than The Dark Knight. I'm not a movie expert.
I'm just saying. Somebody who grew up, a Supergirl fan. Obviously, I'm not a crazy Supergirl fan. It's Batman and then Superman for me in terms of favorite superheroes. And Supergirl happens
is
to
that
be
all time, or is that just DC side?
No, that's all superheroes in general. Throwing in Spider-Man, the Iron Mans, all the characters, Captain America, you name it. For me, it's Batman, Superman.
We got another clip here.
I mean, can it be top 10 maybe? But top 10 DC maybe? They usually say top 10.
Listen, everything. I'm a masochist, and everything that I've been reading, because I don't shy away from things on the internet. The internet is a very obviously public place where people put their reactions and things.
Right.
And a lot of the some of the critics who obviously got invited to WB to watch
Tony's here. Tony's here. Hold on.
We need some expertise
here.
Yeah. Hey, there he is.
I'm not really just popped in. I'm not really set up, but
it's okay.
It's all right,
please
bro.
come in.
Yeah,
sorry.
Just to finish my point, Alfred and Danny, just to finish my point.
Go.
I'm a masochist, so I've been reading stuff that
What you been reading?
Milly Alcock kills it as Supergirl.
What's her name?
Alcock is her name. Milly.
Is that 2 L's or?
I think it's 1. But
okay.
Anyway,
yeah, it's one.
Besides the fact, I'm hearing she kills it, and I'm hearing Jason Momoa as Lobo steals the show. So
yeah,
who said that? DC Studios said that?
No. Take that with a grain of salt. Obviously, you can kind of come up with your own assumptions, and
it might good. I think it might surprise us. It might surprise you.
I will admit that I am excited for the character of Lobo. I think she is a good Supergirl. And again, the next question I think you guys are gonna like that I looked up. But go ahead, Alfred. What do you think? Top 10 DC movie all time?
I don't know. I don't know if it can. I don't know if it can be that in my list. But we'll see. I mean, I
You
like to be surprised. There's something refreshing about seeing a superhero that I don't think Supergirl's ever gotten their own movie. So that'll be nice to see like their own stuff instead of just a remake of Superman, remake of Batman, remake. So it'll be refreshing to see a new hero on screen. That'll be I'll look forward to that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Go
can
ahead,
it be
go ahead.
top 10 all time?
Let me
For me, I don't know. We don't know.
let me give you Gemini's top 10 DC films of all time, and you tell me if you think. And you're seeing scenes right here that looked a little bit shaky to me, but you're seeing scenes right. I don't know what that is. Is that the enemy? What is that?
That's
Is that
Krem. That's Krem of the Yellow Hills.
Creme of the Yellow Hills. Okay, Tony,
You.
I'm gonna name Gemini's top 10 real quick. DC movies of all time. You tell me
From
the
all
question,
time, even from the 60s, 70s.
everything. It is their top 10 consensus rating. And then you're gonna tell me if you think that this movie upcoming is gonna crack the top 10. Okay, you ready?
Go ahead.
All right. Number one, obviously, The Dark Knight, 2008. Number two, Superman the movie, 1978. Number three, The Batman, 2022. Number four, Batman Begins. Number five, Wonder Woman, 2017. Number six, Joker, 2019. Number seven, The Suicide Squad, James Gunn's. Batman is number eight, 1989. Number nine is Superman the second, 1980. And the last one is Zack Snyder's.
Well, I think the Supergirl movie could easily be better than Suicide Squad.
I was just gonna say that. 100%.
I actually enjoyed the Suicide Squad movie.
That top 10 is what, from like them, just like review wise? What is that, like ratings?
Gemini, what it does is it gets all the ratings
Yeah,
throughout
like ratings,
the internet, and then it just creates its own top 10.
It probably did number 1 to 10, probably Rotten Tomato score, maybe. Maybe you think it used that as its
Could
kind
algorithm,
of gauge, maybe. I don't know.
Fix. I'm new to jumping on with you on here. I gotta like get used to fixing that. I'll do it next time. I just jumped on real quick to say hi, everybody.
Yeah, it's fine. That's
I
fine,
just came out of seeing the Toy Story movie. It was super good.
It's good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that movie was really good. Like,
Well,
damn.
Yeah. Or whatever.
But this one this weekend for sure. Alfie, you gonna go with me or what?
I'll let you know a little bit later today.
I don't understand. Who's just ask her
I
already?
can't. I don't know if I can do both things. I think I could do. No. We really talked. I don't think I can do. Flannies afterwards and everything.
Then let's do the movie then. Let's just do the movie.
Yeah.
And if I go eat something, I'll go eat something after.
All right.
Me and Jenny will go eat. I mean, I'm excited for Supergirl. So,
Oh, thanks for the invite.
It looks good. It looked good in the trailer. It really does. I mean, it's the first time that I saw that last trailer. It looks good.
that trailer looks badass.
It doesn't look cheap or overly.
No,
emotional. It looks like
they spent money on this movie, and you could tell the production design looks really good. It actually looks more impressive than Superman, and that's the part where I'm kind of like scratching my head a little bit. Where I'm like, I don't know, man. I feel like this movie is going to be better than Superman in a way. I think I'm going to enjoy it more. I think it's going to have a little more of a darker tone.
Free range too. They can do whatever they want. Who cares?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's the thing. They're not really limited by. So a good thing about like side characters or B characters is that really, like what Tony said, is that you can do a lot more, because when you're playing a Spider-Man role, you have to follow canon, right? Like there's certain things that you have to follow. But like when you go do it, like when John Cena did Peacekeeper or whatever, right? Is it Peacekeeper?
Yeah, they did whatever they wanted.
Do whatever. Peacemaker, and your
Guardians of the Galaxy did whatever they wanted.
Exactly, and it's very enjoyable. You can just watch it as a movie, and you see new characters. It's really refreshing. So that's something that I think people like. I do enjoy. Is instead of just, hey, every 2 years we got a new Superman movie. It's like, oh, well, is it the continuation? No, that last one flopped, so we got to remake again.
So Danny, I told you this. I spoke to you about this. I remember when we were first starting to do this channel and everything. I told you that.
All right, guys, I'll hop on later. Sorry.
You're out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to hop on there. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You got it. T.
No, but who's the puppies?
Danny, I remember telling you there's something about the Marvel movies and the continuity that they had, where every movie got you excited for the next one.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Alfred, you can chime in on this too if you want. I'm not sure how big you were on the Marvel franchise and everything that they've done on that side. They've obviously perfected a formula that I think DC has been trying to do now since maybe Batman versus Superman, I would think. Man of Steel, to me, I didn't think Man of Steel, I think they wanted to make a good movie, a good sci-fi science fiction movie of an alien who was sent to Earth from his dying planet. And then they realized, oh crap, you know what? We actually have something with this. Let's try to start our universe now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's ultimately what failed that that start to DCEU. And then obviously with the success of Marvel, you have the guys over here saying, whoa, look what they're doing. And we have cooler characters. We have better characters. We have Batman, you know, we have Superman. We have this long list of, you know, superheroes, and, you know,
it's untapped. It's a really untapped.
So I felt like they kind of, you know, fast tracked it a little too much, to the point where they were unfortunate, you know, they were victims of their own kind of, you know, you know, doing. But regardless of the fact, I'm just very big on that. I'm very big on the continuity. All right, you're gonna make a movie. Hopefully it's good. From everything I'm seeing, it looks like it's gonna be a pretty solid movie. But now, what are you gonna do to get me excited for the next one? Okay, are you gonna have? Go ahead.
I'm sorry, but let me go ahead, finish the thought, and then I'll ask the question. Go.
No. I was just gonna say, because the next movie in the lineup is Clayface. Are you gonna give me a tease to Clayface, even though Clayface really has nothing to do with Supergirl? Because I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, you have this hard R coming out in October, all right, and it's pretty much gonna be in this kind of same continuity, at least from what I'm using James Gunn's kind of theory here, is that all these movies that are being put out now are going to be in the same universe. How is it going to fit into this? Are we going to get a tease? Are we going to get kind of an end credit scene? You know, how's this cliffhanger going to work, if there's any? So
I'm still on the fence with James Gunn, but I do like that it's different from Marvel, because Marvel at the end there, it just felt like all the movies were the same. They felt the same. They looked the same. So with this kind of switch from like Supergirl to Clayface, the change in tonality is definitely an A+ for me. But let me ask this question for you guys: if you could write a crossover event where Supergirl teams up with any non-DC character or universe, who are you picking and what's the plot? You don't have to tell me the plot. Just what character.
Alfie, you start first.
I'm trying to think.
It's just a fun question. That's it. You don't have to. As a non-DC, no Batman, no Wonder Woman, no Flash, no.
And they have to team up, or they
team up.
They team up.
They team up. I would probably pick. I would love to see a movie like a standalone Hulk movie that you include Wolverine and Supergirl. That would be wild. And make it like a hard R, you know?
I have ADD. Can you repeat the question?
Okay. If you could write a crossover event where Supergirl teams up with any non-DC character or universe, who are you picking and what's the plot?
Ooh.
I'm going to do the Hulk and Wolverine. Just kind of like those characters.
Man, that's a great question. Shoot. Who in Marvel?
I'm trying to think like someone who has like really strong, powerful villains. Because I want to see Spider-Man, because Spider-Man's like probably my favorite hero.
Yeah, I feel like everyone.
Fantastic Four then, with Galactus and Silver Surfer.
Something like that. Something to that effect. Yeah. Maybe like a Captain Marvel, if you make that movie actually good. Like you know what I mean? Like they're just traveling galaxy and battling, you know, like a Thanos type threat, you know, where they could just eliminate half the universe type, you know, it has to be something big like that. So yeah, probably I guess Fantastic Four. Yeah, they got Doctor Doom, they have Silver Surfer. Yeah, they have big guys. So we'll do Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four would be great.
Yeah. I would go with the Hulk and Wolverine. Just have them three fight against.
Hulk fun.
I do. You know what I would do? I would do kind of a buddy cop team up movie with Deadpool, and the entire movie, since Supergirl she's got like a little bit of a snarky attitude. And obviously, you know who Deadpool is. Deadpool is,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know, is Mr. Sarcastic.
Breaks the fourth wall.
And
Yeah.
right, exactly. And I would just have him trolling her the entire movie, you know, and no matter how much she tries, she even at some points in the movie tries to kill him, but obviously since he
Can't.
regenerates and he can't die, he just continue to troll her the whole entire movie. And it would just be this banter from beginning to end. And then obviously, you know, they team up and you know, ultimately save the day, which is pretty much every superhero movie now. Yeah, that's what I mean, just quickly off the top of my head, that's what I would pick. I'd pick her and Deadpool, kind of like a Deadpool and Wolverine, but a Deadpool and Supergirl.
Yeah, just to touch on something that you were talking about last time, DC. Before we got into this question, was about that DC when Man of Steel came out, they were just kind of just throwing things to the wall to see what would stick,
Correct.
and then they found something that would stick, and then they kind of try to rush and build something around that, and that's what killed it. That rushing formula. So this is why I kind of like this approach that Gunn is doing, because it's like, hey, here's this character's movie, here's this character's movie. Before we get them all together and, you know, some type of Justice League type fashion or whatever the case may be that they're planning to do down the road, you kind of already have an establishment of characters. So when they have something at risk, you actually feel for that character. You kind of like, okay, yeah,
stakes, like stakes.
yeah, there's some stakes behind it. Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
It's not just like
100%. Yep.
It's not like Superman, you know, whatever meets Lois Lane after 30 minutes is like, oh, I love you, I can't live without you. It's just like, you've known this woman for 30 minutes. That's super like unrealistic, you know.
Yeah.
But they're trying to rush the love scene. They're trying to, you know, what I mean.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I've always
What's
been
the
the type.
runtime? Sorry,
It's actually a very short movie. It's hour 45.
Yeah,
that's not too short though. You can get a lot done in an hour 45 if you're productive. You know, it doesn't.
I mean, I agree. I'm not big on, and Dan, you know this is. I mean, I'm sure you're gonna agree with me here, but too much exposition kind of gets you, you know, slouching. Okay,
I think an hour. Yeah, I think an hour 45 is a good runtime. If it was like 2:15, that would concern me, because let's be honest, people are not going there for, you know, exposition. They want action. They want the story to be solid. It doesn't have to be, you know, the Shawshank Redemption, but people are going there for action and to suspend their disbelief and to be enthralled into DC comic, you know, lore. Ultimately, I think the primary actress, she's going to do a good job. I think she's got the physicality down. She has, you know, the Supergirl appeal. I hope the movie is good because I want Clayface to do good. I'm more excited for Clayface, obviously, because that's more my taste. I like, you know, the body horror and the horror elements of that movie are going to be awesome. But okay, my next question is Lobo. Are you guys excited for the character? Do you think he's going to steal the show like I do? I think his bike and sort of his look and the way he's being presented, if this movie is going to be profitable, if this movie is going to be financially successful, or even let's just say critically successful, I think he's going to have a big role to play in it, as we see James Gunn there. What do you guys think about Lobo? I'll start with you, Alfred. What do you think? You excited for the character, like what you saw in the trailer? What do you think?
Yeah, he looks good. It looks good. It's it doesn't look cheesy. You know, it doesn't come off like cheap, cheesy type makeup. It looks like they actually, you know, dedicated their time to make him look like the comic book, and it looks cool. I don't know if he's gonna steal the show.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna have like a good, you know, maybe 2 to 3 scenes where he's in that. It's gonna carry the story along. And again, it's refreshing to see these type of characters in the screen. I can't recall Lobo like being like part of a good movie. Like I can't. I don't. If it did, then it's not forgettable that I just forgot about it. But I think Jason is a great cast for him. Matches his personality and physicality.
He is Lobo. That guy. You put Lobo next to Jason Momoa in a picture, the actual Lobo from the comics, and it's him.
Yeah, it looks it it's some people were just born for specific, roles, and this is probably one of for him. Kind of like Hugh Jackman Wolverine, that kind of vibe. Uh, we'll see how it goes. I hope, they write them in well, and hopefully they can continue to build on that. I love to see new characters and just watch something refreshing, not just the same, you know, characters over and over again.
Right.
Yeah. What do you think, DC? Are you excited for Lobo? Are you excited for his look? Do you think Jason Momoa is going to be a better Lobo, or is Aquaman going to be his definitive role? What do you think?
Yeah. Full disclosure, I liked him as Aquaman. I thought he did a great job. That movie made $1 billion, part one. And I think that if that universe would have done a better job of kind of not falling like as it did, I think maybe part two would have done a little bit better. James Wan directed that movie, by the way, the king of horror. But yeah, Lobo, he who devours your entrails and thoroughly enjoys it. That's the translation of what Lobo stands for. He's pretty much a mindless killer, okay, who just goes across the galaxy. He's very interstellar. He just goes around to different worlds causing mayhem. He's a mercenary. He's a hired to kill kind of character, and he's always drinking. He's always on his motorbike. He's exactly kind of what I picture Jason Momoa to be. He's just this guy drinking all the time and riding his motorcycle. When you see Jason Momoa, that's kind of what he's always doing. I follow him on social, that's why. So, but yeah, I think he's gonna steal the show, man. I think this is gonna be, people I think are gonna be chomping at the bit to see him again. Maybe in a standalone movie. I'd go and see that for sure. And I haven't even seen the movie yet, but just based off what I've seen already and some of the word of mouth that has come out from some of the early critics that have seen it, and the Lobo character himself is unkillable. I don't know if you know this. As the character himself, the only people that can kill him are his own people. He's a and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but he's a Sarnian, Czarnian. I'd have to do a quick, pronunciation test on that one. But his entire planet, he blew it up so that he was the only one left alive, so that nobody can kill him. So think about that for a second. He's pretty sadistic. All right. So yeah, he's the last of his kind, and nobody else can touch him. So I think he's gonna steal the show. I'm excited to see him, and yeah, that's what I think the character is gonna bring to this movie, and I can't wait. I'm excited.
All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today. We're a little bit past the 33-minute mark. I think it's safe to say that we're all excited for Supergirl, a little bit apprehensive, especially coming off of Superman, and sort of it's there's people that loved it, there's people that were kind of in the middle about it. So again, we'll see how the movie turns out. I'm waiting to see. It's not one of these movies like The Odyssey or Avengers Doomsday or Spider-Man Brand New Day that I think is just going to be a runaway hit. DC, do you have any final thoughts?
No, but like I said, as my daughter bangs on my door about to break it down, I want this movie to succeed like I want every comic book movie to succeed, okay? When all comic book movies do good, I can't even think straight. You're gonna have to take this part out.
All right.
When one comic book movie does good, they all do good. It's good for the entire genre. It's good for everyone. So, yeah.
Alfie.
Yeah, I just worried because we've been down this road with DC before, when you thought that they were gonna have this saga, these upcoming movies, and they were gonna be great, and they just and they let us down. So this is what that's what I'm worried about, a little apprehensive of that. So I'm hoping to be proven wrong, and hoping to be surprised by this movie and really enjoy it.
All right, guys, that's gonna do it. Pretty much open discussion. The red carpet looks fun, looks a lot of color, a lot of things going on. They got puppies, they got interviews, they got the cast from Superman there, obviously. So that's going to do it for today. Please like and subscribe. We're growing the community. Comment down below. Are you excited for Supergirl? Do you think it's going to do good at the box office critically? And let me know your thoughts. We got some clips playing here. I don't know. This movie, to me, it's in between. I don't know what to think. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Out of here.
Peace.